Now moving on, we'll study present perfect continuous tense. These are the sentences or tenses wherein the action is continuing but has yet completed. So for these, let's look at the board. The present perfect continuous is used with the actions that began in the past and are still continuing. The formula for present perfect continuous is present tense of have plus been plus present participle with root ing. You'll most often see this verb tense used with the words for and since. Let's look at the examples. What have you been doing since I last saw you? They have been watching TV for 3 hours now. Now let's look at the rules and the examples on the board. For present perfect continuous tense, the rules are we use has or have, then we use been, and then we use the root form of the verb with ing. Now let's take an example from the screen itself. They have been watching television for 3 hours now. Now let's look at the rules implications. As per the rules for present perfect continuous tense, we need to have has or have. In the sentence, they have. So we have fulfilled this condition. We then again need, the second condition says we need to have been. Been is to show the perfect, the verb finishing here. So in this sentence, they have been. So the second condition has also been fulfilled. The third condition says that we need to use root form of the verb with ing. Now we generally use root form of the verb with ing to show an action which is actually taking place. For this we have watching, that is watch plus ing. So as we fulfill all the three conditions of this, we make up a sentence that says they have been watching movie for 3 hours now. Past perfect continuous tense. For this, the past perfect continuous tense is written by using the past tense of have plus been plus present participle. It is used when one activity in the past was happening before or after another activity had taken place. Look for the words for since and before. Let's look at the example. The car had been sitting in the garage unused for a month. It was 5 o'clock. His parents had been waiting for him since 2 o'clock. So here we have fulfilled the conditions where we used to have, we need to have words like since and before. Remember not to use the past perfect continuous tense with non-action verbs like be, seem and know. These verbs should use the past perfect as. The baby had been being cranky all night. No. So you do not use this in sentence. So you use the baby had been cranky all night. Let's look at the rules on the board. So we use for past perfect continuous tense, the rules are have, again been, then past participle, with an ing. Let's take an example from the screen itself that says it was 5 o'clock. His parents had been waiting for him since 2. Now let's look at the implications and fulfill the conditions. As per the rules, we need to use have, the past form of have, and been with past participle and ing. So it was 5 o'clock. His parents had, the first implication is done, been, the second condition fulfilled, and past participle with ing here refers to waiting. Waiting is wait plus ing. So the sentence is it was 5 o'clock, his parents had been waiting since 2. Now this sentence implies to be a past perfect continuous tense. Moving on to the last tense of our syllabi is future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense is used much like the future perfect tense, but one of the actions is likely to continue beyond the other. It can also be used when one action will be continuing at a certain time in the future. Create the future perfect continuous tense this way: will plus have plus been plus present participle, that is the root form of the verb, with ing. And we need to look for keywords like in and by. Let's look at the example. In September, I will have been going to school for 4/5 of my life. In 3 months, they will have been seeing each other for a year. Remember not to use the future perfect continuous tense with non-action verbs like be, seem and know. These verbs should be used in the future perfect way. Tomorrow, I will have been being here for a week. Now this is a wrong sentence. Instead of using it and using the conditions, we need to put it or frame it like tomorrow, I will have been here for a week. Now let's see the rules on the board with the help of an example. For future perfect continuous tense, the rules imply will, have, been plus root form of the verb with ing. Now we use been to showcase the finishing action or the perfect tense, and we use ing to showcase continuous tense. Now let's look at the example. In September, I will have been going to school for 4/5 of my life. Now let's check out the implications of the rules. As per the rules, we need to have will plus have. Now let's see the sentence. In September, I will have. First condition is fulfilled. Second condition says been, to showcase the perfect tense. So second condition is also fulfilled. Now we need to have the root form of the verb implied by an ing to showcase the continuous tense. So we have going. That is go plus ing, the root form of the verb plus ing. So this sentence implies to be a future perfect continuous tense. In September, I will have been going to school for 4/5 of my life.